Okay, hello everyone, and I'd just like to make this video. This is going to be a different kind of video that I'm going to be making, and this is more of my predictions of what may come of YouTube and many more websites in years to come, and just the internet in general. So this is going to be a video talking about that. This is going to talk about really the divide between generations, or really our understanding and our getting used to this much data being available to us at the tap of a finger. And to first start off, we have, of course, the baby boomers who kind of know the internet a little bit. Some of them I think, though some I think really don't. And I feel like these are the people that are setting the rules for us a lot more, when some of them aren't even really educated on these platforms like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, because some of them either are not too savvy with them or just don't have them at all, even some of them. So I feel like this is something that is going on for sure. I think this may change in the future, of course, the more that people get used to all this technology we're getting, which is expanding still even more to this day by day. And I myself, of course, am a Generation Z, though just barely one. I'm almost a millennial, but yeah, I do kind of understand a lot of these things that we have today, of course, because I grew up with some of them. Of course, back then it wasn't as good as it was now, like back in the 2000s. I think things are more free back then, some in good ways, some in bad ways, of course. And so I definitely get how the internet can be dangerous to certain people in certain ways, shape, or form. You know, whatever it may be, it can be dangerous to some people, though to some people it may be entertaining, of course, and helpful to them in all sorts of different ways, whether it be entertaining, you know, helping with things in life, you know, just so many different things it can help people with, which is why I think it's actually a good thing as of that aspect. And I think it's helped many people in many different ways to learn more, to be more entertained, and to just promote positivity. I think it's been a good thing as of that aspect, though there have been some negative things, of course, you know, whether it be just trying to slander people, lies, you know, trying to control people, whatever it may be. All the list goes on of bad things that go on, of course. But still, I think the internet should be monitored, of course, to an extent, though I don't think it should be monitored to the extent that it is at right now, because I think with this whole COPPA thing that's going on right now, I addressed COPPA in another video. I think the FTC just really doesn't understand how YouTube runs as of this aspect and why they're doing this. I don't know. I mean, there is such a thing as YouTube Kids, you know, and I think they should know that kids under 13 cannot have a Google account. So if they are using a Google account, it is their parents' Google account. So therefore, the parents are giving them permission to actually access the regular YouTube. And it can actually, as well, if they don't have, you know, a Google account, they can still access like YouTube Kids or anything like that. You know, YouTube Kids, you go on there, there's kid-friendly videos. And I don't have a problem with them not monetizing these kid-friendly videos at all, because my content has never really been for kids in general, and I don't plan on ever making it for kids due to the fact that I do cuss from time to time. I do, you know, talk about things that may not be geared towards children at all, or more mature rated. So in that aspect, it's not like that at all. My content is not targeted toward kids. But the fact that we have so many of these fuckers in the FTC that seem like they almost know that they're gonna get a lot of backlash, but they don't care, is kind of saying that maybe they do understand and they're just in it for themselves. And though mostly what I think it is just adults not understanding fully the internet just quite yet, or at least the older adults that we have nowadays running a lot of things across the world in general anymore. And some of them, of course, are gonna pass eventually now that they're getting a lot older, and they'll go away. People will replace them, but the question is, what will happen once all these people are gone, and we have all these other older people replacing them? What will they do about it? I think they might actually be a little bit better, since some of them do know a bit more about it and know really what to do about protection, what to do about, people still being able to do things, but not, having it be the Wild West out there. My question is, what will they do about that? Well, I think they'll do a little bit better than the older generation, of course, that's running things right now. This whole thing in general, though, I do have something to say about this. A lot of this internet stuff we have nowadays is still relatively new. Through the 2010s, things have changed a lot. Even through the late 2000s, the internet has changed a lot and advanced a lot, and I think we're still getting used to it, still to this day. And still, people don't know how to handle it to this day, and that's been shown in many different kinds of ways, including the fact that, we have all these bad things going on online, and we don't know what to do about them. A lot of the time even go too far as of like censoring certain things, all because one person decides to pull some crazy stunt and basically ruin it for everyone else. And I do agree that, of course, content like that shouldn't be allowed on YouTube, though I think to the point where it is now, where we don't even know what's allowed and what isn't, is just absolutely ridiculous and insane, especially on like YouTube. You post a video, of course, for whatever reason it's demonetized, even sometimes for a reason that's not even legitimate. And of course, coming 2020 here, we're gonna have all these newer bots going around deciding what is kid friendly and what isn't, of course. And obviously my content is not for kids, so this I'm not so much worried about, to be honest. But where is the area drawn? This is such a gray area we're in nowadays as of social media and everything, and we have a lot of these people, of course, in my generation speaking out, which I do admire, though I'm not going to totally go against everyone that's in the older generation, just a lot of the ones that are running things that they don't know too much about. Those types of people, I'm going to be, I'm just going to say, learn more about these things, take the time out of your day, if you're going to change something like this drastically, at least know a bit about it and what you're doing. Don't just try to censor everything just because you don't know too much about it. Learn a little bit more and learn what it'll do fully. Listen to people's customers, and I think progress will be made, but I don't think that's really going to happen. So what will be coming 2020? Who knows? I don't think anyone knows fully, though people have, predicted, of course, but I don't think anyone truly knows fully what's going to happen. But I just hope it's not anything like where entire channels are going to get deleted, YouTube's going to get sued a lot more. I just hope it's not anything like that, because losing my channel would suck ass, Losing my channel, that would be terrible. I've had this thing for I've had this channel for years, ever since 2014, ever since, I did a lot different content, of course back then I did more gaming content, which, was pretty fun. I still do gaming content, like the commentaries, but I don't necessarily do Let's Plays anymore like I used to, due to the fact that I think they're kind of, dying out at this point. But still, I want to keep this channel, I do enjoy making content for you guys, and you guys interacting with me. It is pretty enjoyable, and I do want to continue still doing it. So, like I said, I'm not as worried as some other people may be about this whole COPPA situation, but still, I don't know what it's fully going to do, so that makes me worried a little bit, but not to the extreme, because my content I don't think is for kids. But I think there still is a little bit of room to be worried about this whole situation. And I don't know if I'll really address this again, though in the last video I think I could have said more on this whole situation, but I think this will address things a little bit more as of all sorts of different areas of this whole argument. And yeah, so I hope this at least did something, because I've seen many numerous videos that made great points that have really kind of inspired me to make just more points about this whole situation that I feel like people should listen to more. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video, I guess. Peace.